Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Blazing Lasers. Area 3 here has a distinct visual style. Let me tell you about it here. It reminds me a lot, and I mean a lot, of another game Compal made. A bit of a cult classic. It has a completely different name in Japan, but you all probably know it best, if you know it at all, as the NES shooter The Guardian Legend, which combined elements of top-down shooting, much like Blazing Lasers, with a Zelda-style game. Really innovative, really fun from what I've played of it. I surprisingly have not delved deep into it. It sounds interesting enough, and people praise it to high heaven for being an innovative genre mix. I just haven't really played it, but anyway, the point is, in that game, in its top-down sections, you moved around and you shot blocks to find power-ups, and some of them were red orbs. It really looks a lot like this stage here. The top-down stuff in Guardian Legend kind of looks like this. It makes sense, I suppose. The Guardian Legend came out not long after Blazing Lasers here. So, is this a case of a company just reusing its artistic assets? You be the judge. Those weird shielded spike ball enemies are really bad. Particularly because I have the power wave, which is great for spreading out, but not so good if you want to focus in and blast away at something, which is exceedingly difficult. And the turrets can crowd you a little as well, but you've got those bombs, so make good use of them and you will get far. The stage is a little complex, but not too bad. And there are no mini-bosses. Once you hit a boss, that's it. It's the boss. These freaking things. I could switch to another weapon, I suppose, but I really don't want to. I like the Power Wave a lot. I don't really like the other weapons that well. I suppose powered-up Ring Blaster is pretty good. But the danger comes from having it powered down and being a useless piece of nonsense. It's Field Thunder. Powerful, but I can't really control where it goes. It just sort of zigzags around wherever the hell it wants. You've seen it in use last video, I hope. And I may switch to it before all is said and done, but for now I'm going to stick with the good old Power Wave. Unless I come across something that I absolutely need to use the Field Thunder on. So, there's that. We're coming up to the end of the level here. Once you see these two green things, I originally thought they were going to be the boss and they would come up and attack you, but no, the actual boss is something a bit odder. A spider thing. It only has 6 legs, but it's an alien bug. This is quite odd. I mean, this looks like something you'd see out of the Contra game. In fact, its pattern resembles a boss in Operation C, the Game Boy Contra. That's what it reminds me of. Except that thing didn't shoot out bugs, but still. We're blazing lasers against mechanical enemies and all of a sudden, some sort of living thing? No, maybe it was just a robot. You never know. Regardless, Area 3 is clear. And here we are, Area 4. Even more living thing stuff. This level is the brain level. And what is this? Blazing lasers or fucking life force? Come on. Or are we playing Abadox the Deadly Inner War? You see, I do know that the names of shoot-em-ups for old consoles. I just don't play them very much. But Blazing Lasers, my god, Blazing Lasers is shaping up to be a favorite. Not the best. I mean, it doesn't beat out Axelay or Lucia for me, but man, for TurboGrafx, this is pretty darn nice. TurboGrafx is a pretty underrated console, now that you think about it. I mean, there's Bonk. I've played Bonk, and it has East Book 1 and 2, and other things I've probably mentioned before. But yeah, TurboGrafx, you ain't half bad. People should give the TurboGrafx a shot because, well, It's got games that few people have probably played. Well, with the advent of Virtual Console, I guess, you got a lot of people who have easy access to the TurboGrafx and its library, and I do believe Blazing Lasers is on the Virtual Console. 600 waypoints. It's not bad at all. Go get it. Grab it. I just might next time I get some Wii points. If you excuse me, I need to get my paycheck from Hudson Soft. I mean what? Oh. We're Let's Playing a video game. These rings, I tell you, they're not nearly as bad as the rings in Metroid. Oh god. Maybe one of the worst video game enemies ever. Nah, red armors. Nah. Every enemy in the Terra Tubes and Battletoads. And now an eyeball boss, which you just shoot the things that the eyeballs are coming out of, and that's the fight. That was really easy. Even if I didn't have the power wave, I could have just parked myself behind them and just shot up. What the hell? The game is giving me lots of options. That's one thing it does well. It throws a lot of power-ups at you. I mean, often games will sort of Gradius syndrome you, and I do believe Blazing Lasers does kind of have stuff like that in the later levels. Which is why we have to not die ever. But other than that, my god. They're really generous. There's lots of stuff exploding, there's lots of stuff you're grabbing. It's a really rewarding feel. Like, I feel accomplished. I feel like I'm a death machine and I'm becoming even more of a death machine as I go along. All I gotta do is watch out for stray bullets because they can sneak up on you with all this stuff. And again, this came out in 1989. That's friggin' surreal. Why didn't people buy the TurboGrafx again? Oh right, because it's Sega and Nintendo. That's exactly why they didn't buy it. Oh, more eyes. But it's so easy to deal with. And now we fight our boss, and it's... I don't even know what the fucking shit that is. You shoot its eyes, it shoots green stuff at you. I don't know. But then you break its bottom half and it comes at you. You just keep shooting it and you'll be fine. That's all you need to do. And that's that boss. Fairly simple when you think about it. I mean, those two levels went by rather quickly. With that, that's Area 4. Wonderful. I think this game is like 8, 9 levels, something like that. And we're gonna stop right here. So I've been Freezing Inferno, this has been Blazing Lasers. I'll see you next time for more shmup fun.